Join us as we embark on a journey where we're breaking boundaries, setting new rules. We're making a difference, developing young people. We're the billionaire generation, connecting Africa, promoting entrepreneurship. It's inspiring positive change. We're kicking doors.
I know. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very, very excited to be on CNBC Africa. Once again, you know what? God blesses, no man can deny.
That's right.
We are now speaking to the entire continent of Africa, multiple countries, over 1 billion people. So that's what we're talking to. And yes, my name is Sibuli Ope. I've got a resume that goes all the way back. I've succeeded in the entertainment industry, in the music industry. I've built an independent record label. I've done television, I've done radio. I'm a best-selling author. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a speaker. I'm a club DJ. Right now, I own my own beverage or energy drink company. I do all sorts of different things. So yes, I'm qualified to stand here and speak about entrepreneurship. Good evening. Our show is called Kicking Doors, and we are here to say, don't wait for it. Get up and go get it. If you can't get it and that door is locked, kick down that door. That show is about inspiring young people out there. That show is about bringing elders or business leaders that have done it to come through and interact with the rest of us who are still aspiring and who are still growing in our respective professions or opportunities in entrepreneurship. We encourage you guys out there on social media to participate. Follow us on CNBC Africa. You can also follow my personal page at DJ Sbu. And that hashtag that I want everybody to use, we need to trend tonight in the whole of the African continent. The hashtag is Kicking Doors 410. Because yes, it's CNBC Africa and the channel number is 410. So that hashtag is Kicking Doors 410. So let's kick down those doors, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to adjust our minds on the Mind Clinic with Dr. Richie.
Thank you. Thank you. The first thing I want to ask you is, you don't need to answer me because you end up being a liar. But I want to ask you a question. What is it that is stopping you from achieving the result or the outcome you planned 31st December of last year? What excuses are you making? When every time you make an excuse, you support the mind to find on the inside excuses to help you to hold it so that you never make a move at all. The greatest problem Africa has today is the problem of number one, education. Education is so important. And I'm not talking about getting a PhD, but you got to be educated. And also the number two thing is what development is coming out of you. Because people pay you for what you produce. So your commitment will determine what you produce. So if you are committed to watching programs that excite you and not educate you, you will produce something that has nothing to do with your dream. No wonder a lot of people are frustrated. You gotta develop yourself. That is the place of self-mastery. It is not what you know that makes a difference. It's what you do with what you know that makes the difference. Pay attention to this. Who you know will bring you to the door. What you know will open the door. If you know nothing, you get to the door, they kick you out. If it's in political environment, they make you a thug. And isn't it funny that youths are used today to achieve things that are not worth it? Why? Because they refuse to be educated. And they're all waiting on government to help them. Wake up to their reality. Government owes you nothing. Where are you in 5 years from now? If you know where you were in 5 years from now, the next question is, what do you have to get there? The next question is, what don't you have to get there? When you bring them together, it begins to help you to move. You may be the next story somebody will read and decide that Africa is a great continent. Why don't you think about it and begin to make a move and get educated?
So you're talking a lot about education. What are some of your academic qualifications?
They are in philosophy, NLP, expert academy trained, being mentored and trained by Tony Robbins and Cleo Midal on strategic intervention. Leadership means ability, number one, to give people hope. Number two, to help you to see yourself beyond where you are now, to see what you can achieve that you have not achieved before. Number three, leadership means encouraging people to be better than they used to be before.
What type of a leader are you?
The type of leader I am has no nomenclature or definition. The leader that I am is the one that says, I can do it, watch me do it, I help you to do it, and I leave you to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Richie.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Africa, our future is in our youth and upcoming and young entrepreneurs. I want you out there to take a look at someone who's already kicking the doors down. Her name is Lego, and her love for cooking has landed her company, which is called Chilidido, in very well-known restaurants across the country. Take a look.
Okay, my name is Leko. My company name is called Chilidido. We are agro-processors. I started this business with 300 rands. My home kitchen and 2 of my neighbors. We actually contributed 100 rands each. I chose to go into manufacturing, especially of food, because of the need that I saw in my community. My grandfather used to plant chili and a whole lot of other ingredients. And also people in my rural community of Makapanstad used to plant a lot of ingredients, but they didn't know what to do with them. They really didn't have access to the market. Cape University of Technology helped us a lot with fine-tuning the recipe. And we also had to rope in a food technologist, Ms. Aziza Kara, who also helped with getting things right. And the SABS then tested the product for us. They did the nutritional value analysis. We are making a batch that will produce about 180 jars. 120 of that will go to the 4 News Group, who are the guys who own News Cafe, Cafe Fino, and they've just recently opened a new franchise called Brooklyn Brothers. It's also another, income stream for the business. We are a small business, so we have to look at all avenues or explore all other avenues, to grow our bottom line. It has been just a little hard for me as a black female to, crack it in the industry. And I would say it's mainly because, we're cooking at a very small scale. We can't supply the big shops as yet. In the next 3 to 5 years, I see us all over the continent. We're starting with Botswana this coming October, and then we can only move up from there. Hey? We can only move up from there. Europe is also on the cards. We've since had someone inquire about our product in London, and we've had Shandoka, the Adopt a School program, take about 400 of our jars there as gifts for their funders. From here onwards, we see a whole lot of rural communities growing for us. We've now since roped in 2 other chiefs, on our agricultural program to give us land so we can train some of the community members there, especially the youth, to start growing for us. This is my dream, this is my vision. This is what I've always wanted to do, to create products, to add value to the produce that come, especially from the rural areas, Our chili is very different. We use fresh ingredients, and then it is also, designed to enhance the flavor of your food, not to kill it. We all know chili is quite strong. So our chili is hot or spicy with flavor. Cooking here has afforded us an opportunity to cook in bulk and also to be able to pass it on that way. We can also, this facility is accredited, so we can be able to sell it to your big retailers. If you have the passion, just do it. Just do it. Do a couple of recipes, sample stuff. Speak to people who've walked the path. There are shortcuts in the industry. With me, I bulldozed my way into big people's offices. They wouldn't see me, but I knocked and sent emails, annoyed them until they opened their doors to me. So only in, taking that first step will you be able to, propel yourself to the next and the next. And in the end, something great is going to come out of those little steps.
Africa, We want to know how the women in this world are successfully doing what they're doing and taking us on that journey with female corporate giants. And he's going to be doing it every week. He's best-selling author, one of the best speakers in this continent, actually globally, an amazing brother, a philosopher, one of the best writers I have ever met, Mr. Timothy Maurice. Timothy got to catch up with the astute Kim Kiyosaki, whom we all know she's been able to build wealth with her husband, Robert Kiyosaki, who are, they call them realty or real estate billionaires in America. Take a look at what happened at the Science and Convention Center.
We're here at Success Resources Women Achievers Congress with Kim Kiyosaki, and we're about to go on with Brand Woman with Leadership 2020. I have an extraordinary panel with me today. We're going to be talking about Brand Woman, the idea, the trajectory, how has the women's narrative evolved, and what can we do to shift that narrative? Now that there is a critical mass of women who are leading, starting their own business, who are controlling things, we want to find out from you, what have you learned? So this conversation is about you sharing with us.
I would take on positions that I was not qualified for. They didn't know I wasn't qualified. They thought I was. But I would be offered a job. For example, I was offered a job to run a magazine at the age of 26. I had no experience in running a magazine, and I said, I'll do it. For me, I want to take on stuff that scares me.
The system is not for us, and I guess it's up to one to step out of the system.
And one thing that I've learned personally is that the universe doesn't give you what you want all the time. It gives you what you need for personal growth.
I have to say, the Women's Achievers here in Africa, the women are such a powerful, inspirational group of women. I love South Africa, and as I go through this event, getting to know the women individually and as a group, they are giving me the energy and the inspiration, and I'm definitely coming back. There's such a diversity, not just of the women, but of their knowledge and their talents and the gifts that they give. And I think for the women here, one of the things I'm learning is that sometimes we women tend to hold back what we have to offer, and what I'm seeing is they're bringing their genius and their brilliance out in just a couple days. I'm seeing it. It's lighting up the world. Financial wealth is very, very important for women. Money can enslave women, and money can set women free. And I'm all about women being set free. So one of the keys to your great success, I believe, is to put yourself in situations that scare you, where you're afraid, because in that instance, you're going into the unknown. You're facing things you don't know. And it's in the unknown, it's facing the things you don't know, your fear, is where the greatest breakthroughs happen. And that's where the greatest personal growth happens.
In my experience, being around all kinds of people that are successful, people that may not be successful, or at least in their own mind not successful, first thing is a big trust in themselves. A trust to be able to get out of their comfort zone, a trust to be able to put themselves at risk, and trust that whatever the process is that follows, whether it's good or whether it's negative, that they're going to be all right on the other side, and they're going to learn and grow from it and be bigger.
I believe in branding by association. You need to surround yourself with people who are in the industry that you're interested in, career opportunities. You need to have a mentor or somebody that will take you on that journey and mentor you.
They often say that behind every great man is a great woman. I'm like, and sometimes next to, and sometimes in front of.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Africa, more kicking doors after the ad break. Do not move. Ungayindao.
Join us as we embark on a journey where we're breaking boundaries, setting new rules. We're making a difference, developing young people. We're the billionaire generation, connecting Africa, promoting entrepreneurship. It's inspiring positive change. We're kicking doors.